Woo! All right, nice. We have the Kept-ti chakra, Arat, I should say, also known as the spleen of Hathor. It's the sacral chakra. The color is orange. The spleen of Hathor, man, that's just hard. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But yeah, the color is orange. You can use the crystals of jasper, agite fire, grandula, coral, carmelian, and orange calite. Okay, so I couldn't find a metal. I could not find the metal for this. I'm going to say it's tin. And the reason I'm going to say it's tin is because one of the planets that I could find for this, for the Kept-ti is Jupiter. And Jupiter's alchemical alkaline, metal is tin. But you can use the aromas of sweet orange, sandalwood, and bergamot. Oh my god, sweet orange will... Oh my gosh, sweet orange is so good. Sweet orange with like frankincense or something, or like vanilla. Oh my god, put it with vanilla, you'll like lose your mind. But we have the note is D, or 293.665 hertz. The deity is Hathor, also known as Hwther, HWTHR, Hwther. I love the Kemetic language so much. It's so much to it awakens your tongue, it awakens your throat, it awakens so much of you when you speak your native ancestral languages, because it's life that you speak, and the English language kind of kills life, if you know what I mean. The element is water. The matra is vam. Now, for the affirmation, right? I have to read this from the book because it had a lot, and I just really feel called to read it direct from the book because it was beautiful. All right. So, the affirmation is: every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. Everything happens according to law. There are several planes of manifestation. Remember that. The reflexology is the fifth lumbar, also known as the ankle, and then the middle of the palm. The middle of the palm is for the reflexology for the sacral. Now, when I say middle, I'm talking about like if you were to horizontally cut your palm in half, I guess, like the split it would be the lower half before you get to like the plump of the thumb. Like in that area is what you would massage for the sacral chakra. Now, of course, each one of them has their own sides, which we're going to get to real quick. I got to pull it back up. I got to stop I'm going to be doing this all night. I got to not forget this. We're keeping it authentic though, because we love to. So let me get this through real quick so I can get you what you need. So, if you need personal power, go for the right. If you need your purpose, it's the left. As well as sensory self-awareness and emotional self-awareness, with respect to from right to left as well. Now, the gland is the gonads, and the emotion is sexuality. I believe we all understand the sacral chakra being the sexual place, the Kemet-ti, since it's Hathor, passionate, the sensual god. The realm is Ta, the physical realm, because again, you must have a very healthy sacral chakra to be able to have, a healthy seed within, a healthy birthing. I'm not going to go too deep on that. I'm going to let you all do your own research on that, because there's a lot of interesting things that if you work with the Kept-ti or the sacral chakra, that it could solve a lot of maternal and birth issues, genuinely. So look that stuff up. I highly advise you. I'm not going to tell anyone because it's something that I very much encourage people to do their own research as well. But I don't leave anything that I don't need, that I need to add in. You know what I mean? But the foods are pumpkins, carrots, corns, oranges, mangoes, and parmesans. I don't know. whatever, you know what they are. The senses are sex, love, and creation. The area affects the groin, the belly base, lower back, sexual organs, hips, and bladder. If you have blocked, say, Kept-ti, it's good to do hip exercises. That's why they say, that's where all your stress is, because a lot of creation, a lot of sexuality, a lot of your sensuality relies in the hips. It's really the balance point of the human body. So you must move your hips to relieve of pressure. So when underactive Kept-ti, you are very uncomfortable in your sexuality. Sexual confusion. You're unable to feel comfortable, like naked or seeing the full flesh. Getting close to people is nerve-wracking, and these things are also for disconnected. But disconnected adds lack, low energy, and sexual confusion. So not knowing where you're at, and that's just working with the sacral, with the Kept-ti. An overactive is hypersexuality, lust, excessive masturbation, excessive love as well. Like, again, if you have a lot of jumping into instant relationships and you have a hard time making love not sexual, and over active Kept-ti could be the issue, because love does not equal sex. We know this, but overactive Kept-ti will cause that. When it's connected, you are confident with your sexuality. You create. You got inspiration. Tantra. You do a lot of tantric with yourself to help with your Kept-ti as well, to get more comfortable with yourself sexually. That doesn't mean that you have to have a sexual partner. You can do it by yourself and get comfortable with yourself sexually. You know what I mean? But the association is full on tantra. If you do tantra, it helps relieve that. It helps release the sexual tension, especially if you have a hard time really looking at love as not being sexual like that. That's because of the Kept-ti. There's some sort of trauma or energetic fingerprint that keeps you from seeing it in a lighter way. But the sacral has a lot to do with your life and how you identify with things and what you feel comfortable with. Your comfortabilities is a lot with the Kept-ti. So when you are very uncomfortable, it's a Kept-ti issue. Really get sensual with yourself. Allow yourself to express yourself. A lot of self-love as well. That also has a lot to do with the Kept-ti. Because if you're unable to feel comfortable with who you are sexually, or who you are in those types of relationships, or who you are with your loving, you must work on that. But that is what we have for the Kept-ti. Thank you all so much. Again, just adding this information out, getting it out, employing to do research, just stepping the foot in for those who are just curious about these things. But thank you all so much for being here. Y'all know the drill. Everything's in your description. I love you to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. Thank you so much. And I will see you later.